human rights groups want the fetus classified as a human being now, meaning that it will be double murder. Yes. Even before we talk about the allegations of corruption, this is something new.
Yeah.
Of course, there was that debate a few years back, when does life begin?
Yeah.
And we talked about it, but it was really about the issue, around the issue of abortion.
Yes.
But this time round, we're talking about the murder of a fetus.
Yes.
And it coming to the fore as a possible murder charge.
And I think that is the worst, and we started by saying the Constitution is very clear. Article 26, sub-article 2 says life begins at conception. So that's the bottom line. So going by these groups, it's likely that it will be admitted, in my own opinion, that's personal opinion. And therefore, if now it happens, that means now double murder for our good friend Obado, which is extremely unfortunate at this level. And I said by saying, in countries where we have a high moral culture, by now Obado should not be in office, for your information, because he should have said, I would want to clear my name, and for the sake of my name and whatever, let me step aside or resign so that he could do all these kind of things. But that is not happening. The fellow is in prison, is managing his county while in industrial area prison.
Managing?
What a country.
Managing, we'll talk about that issue about the MCAs and possible impeachment. But on this issue about the fetus being classified as human being, because even in normal circumstances, if you have a pregnant wife or girlfriend and you scuffle with this expectant woman and it results in the death of the baby inside her.
Yeah.
Now, this should be a realization for many people that that will be classified as murder.
Yeah.
In fact, it should be, and it should have been classified as murder for a long time ago. And I am always sympathetic to the cause of women who are subjected to violence by their spouses, by people who claim to love them. Now, the reality of the matter is this, and we must, for me, in my mind, separate the issue of abortion and murder of a fetus. Abortion is about the right of a woman to choose what happens to her body. Okay, that's a very different.
It's still a very dicey. If you look at this same argument, it's very dicey,
but it's very separate because there are many considerations. There's a psychological welfare of the lady. There is sometimes the child was as a result of rape or other of incest and things like that, and that's a very different story. However, it must be very clear in the minds of every Kenyan that you cannot subject an innocent soul by way of a child to murder simply because you have an argument with the mother. And that needs to be a statement to the moral psyche of the nation.
Do you think Kenyans are aware of this particular provision? Because we've always thought until the baby is born, that's when you actually start. But because this will catch many people unawares.
But you see, that the truth is, how many abortions are proliferated by Kenyans, you see? And this is the problem with our society. We live in a society where we have very many real problems and we ignore them quite a bit. The truth of the matter, if you talked to the average young lady, 24, 25-year-old, and you asked her how many times she's done an abortion, she will tell you about 3-4 times. So abortions are normal, and that is part of what we're talking about, that we as a society have seared our conscience, that we do not feel the pain of that anymore. And that is why it is almost, what, a month after or 2 months after the fact, this is when we are talking about, wait a minute, there was a fetus and is that a murder? That should have been obvious from the beginning, because even in the United States, where abortion is legal, if you commit a murder of a pregnant woman, you are culpable of the murder of 2.
What if the mother does not die? Because you may scuffle, or someone may scuffle with a girlfriend who's pregnant and cause her to miscarry.
Yeah, and that's what we are saying.
And that's the kind of argument we're looking at now, that this could actually constitute a murder charge.
It is true, because the Constitution is very clear. We are saying life begins at conception. That's the bottom line, and that should be the guiding principle in this, and it is a matter of law. And therefore, now, going forward, in fact, we should be even thinking of a third one, which could be rape, because no one is there. Sharon may not be there to say she was raped or not raped. And I'm telling you, depending on how it is argued, it could be an issue of murder of Sharon, murder of the fetus, and rape.
Wow. Well, it is a very interesting discussion, the fact that human rights groups want the fetus classified as human being. Yes, of course, it is provided for in the Constitution, but this, I bet, is one of those discussions we've not had as Kenyans, and this, not many people are aware that causing the death of a fetus, an unborn baby, could actually constitute a murder charge.